It's just Streamlabs isn't displaying the intro properly. Weird. Oh, there it goes. Not Streamlabs, OBS. Yeah. I'll give it a minute. Get ourselves going. This track should not be as good as it is. Like, you to like two most uncomfortable characters, and they have like the best boss track. But also, like, they're actors and musicians. So, like, yeah, of course they get a track that like rules. Alright. Onward to the last bit of the game. Try cleaning that later and see if that fixes it. I don't know, weird, like, audio popping in my one speaker. Which is weird because I've basically never used these things until recently. My headphones died recently, so I'm using my backup pair I got for the holidays a while back. And not as comfortable. Yeah, the one headphone's got like a pop sound to it. That's about... We'll have to resolve that at some point here. Alright, so last time we missed one item. Sorry. Stuff in here I can't get until later. Let's just say later is immediately down the pipeline here. I believe we've gotten everything else floating around in the game, so it'd be good to just kind of go mode at this point. Bought everything from Geo, I finished his side quests. I just have a couple things to buy from Kuafu, but otherwise nothing that's particularly the end of the world here. But yeah, last time we managed to do all of the grotto, a side quest, and then we went on our way from there upward into the Empyrean district proper, and I believe we ended with just having beaten Nua and Goofy. Yeah, there's flowers everywhere now. And a flush of E. Oh, that's why the plush looks all fucked. I didn't realize that. So they very recently, like within the week, started selling Yi plushes. And it looked all fucked and weird. And then I just realized looking at it, oh, right, it's because Shanshan made one that was all weird. Slightly off. The math now adds up. Haven't I seen a Solarian that's my age? Doesn't your tribe have any kids, Yi? They're all in hibernation. Does that mean they're sleeping? I really want to meet them. But the only thing is, will they like me? We're kind of different. Don't worry, you're very likable, unlike when I was a kid. And you'll get a chance hopefully at some point, if you get the chance. Alright, need to Anong. What about those crazy parties that people get up in the Empyrean district? So, is it as extravagant as they say? It's extremely decadent, but I can't bring myself to blame them for it. They have long given up hope, and they're now treating their final moments as a big party. Partying till the very last minute. More like numbing your senses till the very last minute. Alright, we have 2 prizes to give Anong, but I'm gonna give him 1, and then I'm gonna go get the thing. What the hell is this? It's even got a tag on it. I guess it's being fashionable to keep one of these as pets. I don't understand it either. Prices for these scorpions skyrocketed once they were bred and modified to be docile and affectionate. The only thing they didn't modify away was their venom. Pets, the animals should be raised and slaughtered. Absolute nonsense. So salty, that tough shell gets between my teeth. Point of raising it if it doesn't even taste good. Pets aren't usually raised for consumption. I think we've gotten through everything with Geo, though. Right. There's nothing left to buy. Okay, would you join me in a contest? Meant for one for elegant pursuit. Maybe.
奏银官腔。
You've returned, my lord. Is this the blood serum? I shall begin the analysis right away. Hey, Tom.
OK，
The Lord Kuafu, I have completed the analysis on the blood serum. I must say that the results are full of twists, turns, and some unexpected developments. Stop beating around the bush and get to the point.
乌卡，
Yes, my lord. Instead of being an antidote to the Tianhu, instead it changes its form. Basically a catalyst for the continued mutation of the Tianhu. Is this why they all turned into monsters? Because of the serum injections? The mutation conditions itself is also infectious, so I can't confirm the exact number of those who are infected through the vector. If you require it, I can give you an estimate using simulations. No need, not when I've already confirmed the source. Who would deliberately do such a tedious thing? Think about it. Who has done the most research on Tianhu? Who has the technology to do this? The answer's obvious. Ai Gong. Doesn't seem like something she would do. Why? Who knows, but I'll be hearing from her soon. Abacus, can you find a way to eliminate the living corpses? They keep regenerating. On that subject, I have good news and bad news. Alright, give me the good news. Alright, the good news is that we can sort down their DNA. If we know the genetic sequence responsible for their generation, we can permanently destroy it. Bad news is, these mutants are an amalgamation of different genetic sources, making it impossible to trace the original genetic sequence. Does that mean we need to find the original cells? We start. Based on my calculations, these cells were obtained from a Solarian, one that ages very slowly. Like the imprisoned Kung Hui? Wait, could actually be Yi. You haven't aged ever since the incident. My apologies, but I've already run those tests. Neither Kung Hui nor Yi's genetics correspond. Alright. I'm sure it's not Yi? Try running those tests again. He has the most enigmatic body of all of New Kunlun. Lucky for us, I have something that might come in handy. G's hair. Lord G's hair. Analyze it. These might be the cells you're looking for. Please wait patiently, my lord, as I run comparison system. So yeah, getting G's hair was useful.
OK，
Even though the hair is mostly dead cells, so... all the detritus in your body just being excreted out of your skull. As you predicted, Lord Yi, G's cells and the regenerating gene sequence from the tainted Tianhu mutants form a 99.97% match. Based on the data, I have successfully discovered a way to break into their mutant cores. I have designed a special device, and now, as long as you add your talisman system, these monsters will no longer be an obstacle to you. Materials we need for the device. It functions is simple, and the materials are readily available. But the work required to make it is extremely complex. It should be attempted with an exceptional craftsman familiar with the basic mechanical principles. Are you saying that in front of me on purpose? Save me the flattery and give me the blueprints already.
乌卡，
Of course, I shall leave this to you, Lord Kuafu. The OG, perhaps. God damn it. Done. Let's get this on you. Super Mutant Buster. Special device designed by Abacus and modified by Kuafu. Its name demonstrates Kuafu's unique tastes. Fully integrated into Yi's talisman system, the device triggers automatically upon talisman detonation, destroying the mutant's core and generating an eternal rest. You really don't have a knack for names. It might look simple, but the parts are really tricky to make. Nothing I couldn't handle though. Much obliged. It was nothing. I helped too. More like he helped get in the way, but, well, I guess he contributed a tiny bit. See? You two have been getting along pretty well. You're imagining things. You're fundamentally different beings, and 8-man will only be an 8-man. But let's not get sidetracked. You know how to use it, right? I've set all the parameters. The device will trigger automatically upon contact and release a surge of energy that will burst inside the mutant. It should basically work just like your talisman system. Okay, I can finally deal with the living corpses in the Empyrean district. I can also help you with the living corpse thing. You will stay right here while I conduct my business. If you get bored, ask Uncle Chubby to play with you. You're really good at making life difficult for others. Alright. So let me go grab a thing that I missed much earlier in the game that I think is going to be mandatory collection here. But I'm gonna want to head up to here and grab stuff anyway, so do this first. So I realized after the fact, I remembered why I couldn't get why there was an item that I could not find. And it is right in a place that we passed already. You know that statue in the middle of the screen right there? It's like immediately adjacent to that, if I recall. It's somewhere in that little section. There's a thing in there, and I just never grabbed it. I just stream brains didn't grab the thing there. So you can actually get that, like, as soon as the second all is done. And I just completely blanked out on it existing. But it is actually a really important thing for a reason. It's also just part of completion, so, you know. Alright, so... Love the contact damage guy. So yeah, we can now explode the pink goo. Oh, also need key to use it, so... Alright, let's go in here. Wind Tao fruit. Massive amount of skill points upon absorption. Slightly increases slash and talisman damage. Alright, that is 4 skill points. Alright, the green one's good. Green is good. They explode, and those kill everything. There is nothing survives the dying process here. Lose charge if I fail the thing. There we go. Okay, passenger token. So these are, I assume, like backers or something. Or they have some connection to the prequel manga. I don't know. I'm not going to read through each of these because I don't really have much to say. Pretty much, oh, I showed up, I need to take a nap. Hopefully there won't be disease later. Elevator access token. Able's research sensor. How convenient. Passenger token G-High. I'm very unlucky. Right. And that leaves the one spot over to there that we haven't. Forget if that actually amounts to anything or not. Or if I just took an alternative route. I wanted to go up. Yeah, we're not quite in go mode yet. I said I want to do the 900 pine cones. Okay. At least I got XP for exploding them. There we go. That is everything that I need to find. Oof. Long as I don't... I got a shortcut, but I don't ever have to come back here again. I don't think that matters. I am good at that tonight, apparently. Alright, I am 2 level up short from having all of the level ups. For the moment, I'm taking water flow. This is the point in the game where water flow is actually very handy in general practice. Alright, I will grab the missing gubbin in the ascent bit. I would like to do this real quick. The thing. So let's go there. I plan on making use of the... It did not hit up on the D-pad for that game. It's been doing that to me occasionally. Water flow. So yeah, the reason we never bothered with water flow until recently is that water flow costs basically it costs 2 talismans for 1 talisman's worth of points. But you just set it and forget it. You don't have to hold the button down to make it explode. You just kind of pass through and then kind of keep going. So it costs you 2 points for 1 talisman worth of stuff. It's not great. But completed water flow. The water flow upgrade reduces it down to 1 cost. So it's 1 point, and 1 point for apply and damage instead of 2 points for applying damage. Yeah, those kill enemies. Other types of enemies as well, not just the weird undead. There's a thing here. Yeah. There we go. Tiandu Academy periodical. There we go. Introduction text to tellurgical applications. The scroll covers the basics of tellurgy, and it's easy to learn, easy to understand for beginners. So basically, we can give Sean a book on how to JavaScript. Tellurgical. So, yeah. This has 2 ramifications. One is that we got a special item, and 2, we get a fun little event. But yeah, I got those way earlier in the game, as you might have noticed. So that kind of ended up throwing me off, not finding it earlier. 'Cause I think I broke it on accident while fighting something initially, which is why I didn't really think about it on my second way through there. There we go. Sean, where you at? Or upstairs. Do you have time for one more game before I leave? Of course I do. It won't be our last game. What'd you say? Nothing. Let's start. Hey, even though you haven't told me anything, I know. Know what? I heard some of the stuff you guys are discussing. I know a lot of things are happening outside, and I know your people aren't doing that good. Is it because I'm not strong enough? Is that why you won't let me help? You're overthinking it. No one can help me out of this situation. I used to think I could turn things around, but the truth is I can't do anything. Doesn't really sound like you. If only I had known it would be all in vain. I'm starting to envy those that stayed behind. Really. If I had never met you, I'd just be alone. If it weren't for me, you would be living a much better life. Maybe, but I wouldn't want that. Right, I can't do much about dog. Alright, I would be super bored without you. That kind of life would be meaningless to me. Well, the dog's coming in louder than me on occasion. What makes something meaningful anyway? I can think of a whole lot off the top of my head, but you might not think much of them. Me, I want to hear it from you. Like, remember that one day when the weather was perfect and we slept in the grass till the sun went down? Yeah, it was a really good nap. That other time we had a huge fight over that stolen grilled fish. We didn't talk for 2 whole days after that. Yeah, I never understood why you got so angry about it. Or that one night when I fell asleep while you were telling me a story. And you just kept going till morning because you didn't notice. But aren't these more like memories? I don't know how to put this, though. I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but I think the meaning of life is pieced together by a mix of happy, angry, and even sad moments. As an 8-year-old. Living life itself, is that the meaning? It's taken me a while, but I think I'm finally starting to understand it. I think it should be felt, not understood, like when playing Kyung Kun. Yeah, am I gonna win? You are. I already knew halfway. I knew I wasn't going to win halfway through. Congratulations. You can now find your next opponent. No way. I'm not playing to win. I just want to have fun with you. I'm not playing to win. I really have a lot to learn. Alright, Sean, my last gift for you, I believe. Read a storybook. It's doesn't look like a storybook at all. This is what I used to read all the time. This volume left a particularly strong impression on me. The author describes teleological applications in such interesting ways. Whoa, all these words and hardly any pictures? Did you really read this whole thing? Didn't you do more interesting things when you were a kid? Or play with your neighbors? What do you imply? I had lots of friends. I just liked reading more. What is this about? Diagrams look like a bunch of weird lines and circles. Metallurgy, it's the basis for all modern Solarian technology. We use it to issue instructions to machines to build all sorts of complicated systems. It's like a language we use to talk to machines. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah. I look that interested. If I don't like it, it's okay. You don't have to force yourself. Metallurgical theory and application doesn't sound like something a child would like anyway. I'll give it a try. Good. You should skip the introduction and go straight to chapter 5 to learn the symbols. Once you have that down, go back to the start and from chapter 1. Ah, so many words. I can't draw pictures for it. I draw pictures for it. Alright, so we now have that. Alright, time to do this the hard way. This will be on the test. There it is. I found the thing I missed. Alright. I remembered that these were... that the section was... You just had to... If I missed one thing, it was just... Oh yeah, I could just go fall down and I'll see it somewhere. Shouldn't be that difficult to arrange for it. Yeah. There we go. Alright. That's that. And that should be able to go over here. Yeah. There we go. Sean broke it. Let me guess. The code you wrote broke the weather system. How'd you know? That's incredible. It's a ritual all metallurgical engineers must go through. To say nothing of the huge hello world flashing on the displays. You were right, Yi. Metallurgy is fun. I can give machines all sorts of wild rules and it'll create a new world. Makes me feel so free. Careful, your free-spirited code may drive your coworkers insane. Really, Abacus told me he could fix any mistakes I made.
完全
My apologies, Sean, but your most recent changes seem to have affected underlying logic circuits. I'm afraid this condition may be irreversible. Why, I followed everything the scroll said. Next time, you should probably double-check before executing a script like that, Abacus. Yes, my lord. Please forgive my neglect. What was this supposed to do? Sean wrote a plugin to enable manual control over day-night cycle. The plugin works, but it simultaneously causes parts of the display to malfunction. Sorry, I just wanted to give you a surprise, Yi. That's okay. What's important is to always learn from your mistakes. You're always going to mess up a bit in the pursuit of science anyways. Got that? I now pick the time of day. Well, there's the fun little event. And I believe we have... I think once you get, like, most of the tools from Sean, they culminate in a little extra prize. And the big one required for that particular prize is the metallurgical book. What are you doing with the 3D printer? Sean wanted to learn how it works, so I taught him how to use the multi-tool to take it apart. While I was at it, I also uploaded a new blueprint. None of this sounds like good news. Wait, what? A new blueprint? I already mustered up the use of the metallurgy, and drawing up a blueprint wasn't that hard. 8-Man Kid can really pick up Solarian technology when he puts his mind to it. Are you sure he's learning and not just playing? I learn fastest when I'm having fun. So how long will it take to print? Yeah. Can't imagine it being anything useful. It's a matter of opinion. I think it's quite worth collecting. There's only one blueprint, so print it while it lasts. Alright, so we'll recycle those in a bit. So, the Sean coin. A large amount of Jin was used in order to create this coin. Sean's unique mark is printed on it, but other than that, it has no special features. Just a coin, but it costs $100 to make. Okay. I'm sure that will be of no particular value or meaning. There you are. Well, that activates even if you don't have the last one. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I thought that was you're only supposed to get that if you get all of them. So this event only happens if you buy all of the Jin. Or if you buy all of the Shanghai tokens. Or the map chips. There we go. I know what the words are. If you buy all the map chips, this event happens. If you break any of them, you don't get this. But I thought you needed to get all of them for this to happen, so I guess it's early. I don't know. You let me unveil my new creation. Ta-da, the Future Predictor. What is this monstrosity? Rude. This machine is a culmination of everything I've learned. What is it supposed to do? The Future Predictor, it predicts the future. It's dangerous out there, so I thought this might help. A predictor, you say? So how's it work? It's just a robot that generates random responses. It can be pretty accurate sometimes. Try it for yourself. I'll turn it on for you. Wow, your fortune says that you'll be beaten to death by random monsters. This is the Shanghai 9000. Where did you get these parts? I got them from Chio. Don't tell me he dismantled them. All that gin wasted. Do you know who these parts belong to? Sometimes I can hear them pleading for mercy. It's pretty creepy. You will make the same mistakes. It's not like I want to congratulate you, but you'll pick up a good item. We crushed it up by a flying object. Wow, exciting. Fortune says you will fall into a trap and die a miserable death. Fall into a bottomless chasm, it's not like I care or anything. Error will accomplish nothing. No divination results found. Okay. Chio just had all the parts laying around, I guess. Jonathan has nothing to say. I wasn't sure if the events had to go through first or not. Alright, so the real value of the Shanshan coin. You go to the recycler. It's worth 2 grand. And we can melt these little character tokens down. By the time I got to the character tokens, I didn't have need for money. I don't think I have anything left to make here, and I am sitting on about 6 grand. So... Enlightenment Sanctum. Has it really become a dead city? It was the most important area of them all. We really shouldn't have handed over to the Feng clan and their irresponsible heirs. They're the only ones responsible for this predicament. Empyrean District can't have fallen that easily. New Kunlun seems to harbor secrets hidden to even you and me. Ominous. Modify. I would like... Need to find the last piece of dark steel. Alright, there's one thing left to buy in this game. Alright, and I have 2 level ups left. Which I believe means it is officially now a good time to do this. This is also a mandatory thing for our ending that we want. Fruit tastes pretty normal. You sure it's poisonous? Can't really enjoy normal food. I learned at school not to touch it due to all the parasites burrowed inside, so I have no idea. Dumbass, you believe everything they teach you at school? Small white granules inside, pack quite a punch though. Pretty good. Really, it's edible. When you take a bite for yourself, you stop shaking. I haven't moved. Oh, I only have 2 heads, and why did you turn your face into a bug? Trying to impress me with their theater tricks. I'm glad I listened to my school teachers. Yeah, I'm missing a Darksteel the Hedgehog. Alright, can I ask you for favors, Shanshan? No, I don't clean up other people's messes. You need to stay and take care of them. Take them back to your people for me. My people. Even if I really wanted to return, they won't welcome me back. You know full well you're wrong. You're just angry. Remember, once you miss that kind of chance, it doesn't come back. Not for you to say to me. Alright, that is health maxed out. Transmute unto key is useful at a point, I guess, but alright, so I need 2 grand and works. Yep, okay. Nope. Anong has disappeared. Let us reset cycle. You see Anongi? He's just here now. What do you mean? Where do you run off to again? I don't know, some people from the village came to find him and he talked and then he ran off. He even told me to stay and not follow him. Well, where are they going? To the docks? I think so. He seemed like he was in a hurry. Maybe something happened at the village I want to go to. Or maybe he was just half drunk with the other villagers. Really? Okay, I guess I can come along then. Wait, that can't be right. You lied to me. Did something happen to the village? Calm down, I'll go find him right now. Anong has gone missing, now that we've gotten all of the health unlocks. Now would be an extremely good time to have transmute unto life, and I would also like to change up my... Alright, this is the one point in the game where I am definitely like, yeah, you want the mob quell. I remember regretting not trying to use that initially. Ah. You seem a bit, yeah, having a bad time. Don't move an inch closer. Don't fret, it's me. What happened here, your arm? I'm fine. Those monsters, they suddenly attacked. Damn it. I only managed to hold back the first wave, but they got the shaman. Careful, they brought reinforcements. I must keep healing. Don't force it. You've already done an incredible job keeping them at bay. I'll handle the rest. Please save them. Save my people. We're back to the village attacking music. Well, again. Oh, I forgot this part. You. little bit of extra sustainability here. There we go. Yeah, honestly, water flow definitely has the you are already dead energy to it, yeah. Especially when you just slide through 3 guys and then explode them, yeah. Her injury serious? He took several blows aimed at the kids, I'm afraid. Ah, Divine One. You stay here with us. The village can feed and house you with... You won't have to go.
You.
That's enough. After everything that's happened, that's the only idea you can come up with. Don't you understand this is the real world? We can't keep turning a blind eye to it. But outside... What about the outside? I've been there myself. It might be dangerous, but infinite opportunities await. Can't even imagine the things we are capable of. Shush, quit talking nonsense. Humans are made of flesh. We can't risk. You're not allowed to mention a second time. Why you? I know you're doing this to protect everyone. I know you want to take care of everyone, but I feel the same way.
No.
Anong. I know everyone's scared. I'm scared too, but we have to muster up our courage or we won't be able to survive. I thought you liked being alone. I was just scared. Scared that I'd end up like the others. Scared of becoming weak and easily satisfied. Scared that I'd become less like the guru. Damn it. Yes, I still need everyone. That works for you. More, they need you. That's so. You've grown so much in the blink of an eye. Everything I taught you. Picked up. Huh? Don't get sappy on me. You never taught me it. Oh no.
No.
Bring everyone somewhere far away. Challenge your predecessors. Be doubtful of anything you see. You in charge, I'm sure, will... Come on. Yep. We found our guru. Yeah. Now, where do we go? I traveled to many places, and I never knew of anything past that. I just want you all to be able to see it too. I don't know where to go or where to lead, but all that I learn and all that I know. Who could have imagined that one day you'd be their leader? Sorry, drinking buddy. It's gonna be a while before you'll get to drink my brews again. I should have quit drinking that wine of yours ages ago. You actually thought it through. You're gonna have to interact with a lot more people you've not been used to. It's being alone and unable to do anything. I just hope that one day we won't ever have to turn to gods like you again for help. But thank you. Thank you for everything. If you hadn't taken me in, I would have died on the road. Sorry for calling you a white-haired demon. It goes both ways. When I met you and Shanshan, I never thought I could be friends with Apeman. Alright, well, you should probably get going. I know you've got your own fish to fry. Our people will find a way to endure. Fuck, friend. Alright. Hey, wait a minute. This thing belonged to you, right? Is this the Fusang amulet? Did you get that from Shanshan? Yeah, the kid made me hang this around my neck when I left the camp. He was worried I would get hurt and would let me go till I put it on. Kind of protective talisman, isn't it? Something to that effect. I'll tell you, this amulet here is the real deal. I tripped and fell during the last encounter with those armored beasts. And that red sword came down. I didn't have time to react. Thought I was done for. The amulet protected you from that blow? No, it managed to protect me from 3 separate blows. You're one very lucky man. Once or twice is lucky. 3 times is a goddamn miracle. I thought you didn't believe in any gods. That's right. I don't believe anything I haven't seen with my own eyes. What kind of tree was this thing carved from? Because let me tell you, there must be something enchanted about that tree. I can keep hogging all this incredible treasure for myself. And you protected Shanshan to me. It's only right that I return this to you. It's all broken though. You have some power. Just take it. There might be some juice left in it. Or maybe something else. Crudely made Fusang amulet. Given to Shenlong by Shanshan. Managed to miraculously block multiple attacks from the guards. Alright. Well, this area has turned into a bit of a village. Alright, so we need to go back up to the Empyrean district. Go take the elevator. Here you go. Huh? Why's the amulet back with you again? I thought I told Danong to wear it. I thought I told you to wear it. It's not that I saw Anong trying to leave in a hurry, and I thought something big was happening. I was really scared for him, so I gave him the amulet. It's fine, don't mind. I didn't expect it to actually prevent a disaster. Back when I was wearing it, I could feel a warmth in my chest. Must have been the power of Fusang. That could just be a series of coincidences. And how would you tell the difference? Oh, there's a rock inside the wood amulet. Did you put it in there? What is it? Let me see. It's not a rock, it's a Jin medallion. Wow. Found a hidden treasure inside. See? Something good happened again. It's a bit uncanny. Jin medallion. I can go melt that. Cash. That I probably don't need really don't need. I think it's 1600? It's 1,000, okay. And that 1,000 is enough to get me enough to buy the last thing that I need to buy. Pending I had the shiny rock to do it with. Alright, don't need those anymore. Breather Jade, quick dose. I do want the cultivation. More XP. I still have 2 level up, so. That'll do for now. I don't need the Hedgehog Jade because that's for, like, boss fights. Right, I believe that is everything, so... Here. Yep, we need 2,500 for the last bow upgrade. I'll keep the water flow for now. I will use transmute unto wealth for the moment. The elevator is straight down. Passenger token Yangfang. Yangfang. Child separated from their parents. I'm really bad at hitting that last note there. There we go. Alright, we have elevator access, so we want to make use of the elevator for a reason. First things first. Oh yeah, the research chip. Oh, that's why we didn't need this one for that. Because you can't buy the chip from this guy, he's already busted. The clinic in the Empyrean District is provided medical services to passengers in need. Alright. Means we can finish the Shanghai quest.
Sir,
E, can you hear me? Something I felt was off when I woke up, but we never had a chance to talk about it. What is it? You know about the Dust Guardians? I don't know much, but I've seen them mentioned in some documents. Dust Guardians are staff responsible for maintaining all operations in New Kunlun. Over the past 500 years, while the Solarian passengers slept, they worked to ensure that everything kept functioning. But New Kunlun's systems were fully automated. While relying solely on automated systems comes with risks. What's more, since you were in charge of developing the autonomous systems, Aigong was worried about you might have tampered with it. After you were out of the picture, she greatly limited the scope and clearance for all high-intelligence systems, including Abacus. He then personally recruited Dust Guardians, which reported directly to her. I never had the spare time to play petty games like this. How long have these Dust Guardians stayed alive for so long? They've been genetically modified, like Chio?
team.
No, they're Solarians. It goes without saying that they were also infected with the Tianhu virus. Aigong's strategy seems to be to use them in shifts, which prolongs their lives. Weird thing is, when I woke up, I couldn't contact a single Dust Guardian. It's like the entire organization has evaporated into thin air. First time something like this has happened over 500 years. Explains why everything's falling apart. The mutants do have something to do with why Dust Guardians vanished? I don't know, but they are effectively Aigong's personal guard, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were conducting shady activities. Its headquarters is inside the research center. You might dig something up there. Alright. Let's go back home. I'm gonna say Sean, nope. Go. Last chip. We were picking up a broken assistive robot before takeoff. Shanghai 9000, not broken. Shanghai 9000, good as new. Only one goal since rolling out the factory. Before goal is complete, Shanghai 9000 won't go. Last map data for you. Okay, I don't have anything to add. Alright. Everything. We're just missing the stuff in here, and then the basement, and then that's the end of the game at that point. So, yeah, we have everything except for the couple bits in here. Alright. And 2 level ups. I kind of want to take the or left route here if I can. Nope. Cannot. Cannot open the way. Oop. Go. Fine. Bye. Yeah, the green guys are so goddamn handy. 2 levels and a dark steel, yeah. Whoop. Good call. You have to do some kind of movement shenanigan to get up there. I'm trying to remember. I'm using transmute onto. That's 1 level up. Need 1 more. Wow, that was rude. I, in fact, did not appreciate that. Finally found the singular use I've ever gotten out of that ability. Ugh. That's passenger token, IMU. Welcome to Cat VTuber. Alright. A genre that I'm sure is in fact not oversaturated. This was in fact a cat at some point. Alright, so that opens the lift. I'm taking my senior officer to Ascension Palace. He has already finished his Dust Guardian service and was eligible for discharge to be discharged for hibernation. However, what was appeared before us wasn't a hibernation machine. It was a killing machine. I saw all the others who had been discharged there. Some turned into monsters and others that were just kept in as experimental subjects. Was there no hope to begin with? We used all of our strength to escape here, but now my senior officer is injured and all of the medical equipment here is broken. How did it come to this? You kinda fucked up all the medicine around here. Shiny up there. There we go. Yes, the game does expect you to do a couple weird jump shenanigans, and it doesn't expect you to do it any other point in the game. Oh, there's our last Dark Steel. Alright, we need to go up and to the left. Not a big deal to have it settled now, but... Xiongyu. A man who wishes to noodle. Ah! Well, there's our buddy, Jing Tian. Our decapitated Battlelord friend and his pulsating chest. His non-fatal decapitation. Alright, well, put a pin in that. And put a pin downstairs. So all we gotta do is link all these together. The next time we come through here. There we go. All the parts are linked together. And we just have to drop the thing. Alright, you annoying little tendril. Go. Whoop. Oil. Nice. I am not jumping down there yet. Dash. Annoying bastard. Okay, there we go. Now we can go back up and out. Lore. Attention all Dusk Guardians. Due to recent invasion of large mob of unknown creatures, we are now on high alert. The mutant creatures are extremely aggressive and should be killed on sight. Squad members without arms should head to the armory and pick up with some gear as soon as possible. Don Chi, leader of the 7th Dusk Guardian Brigade. An emergency message can be seen on the screen in the mission briefing room. Weird kind of goop monsters are just kind of showing up everywhere for some reason. Alright, I think there's a teleport downstairs, so. Which we can do here. What did I miss? I think there's a root node right at the bottom, so. Yep, here we are. I'll probably get my level up in here. Not that worried about having to stop and like grind for something. But what I do need to do is back upstairs. Alright. There is nothing left to buy. We have bought all of the upgrades. So, Hunter Arrow does more damage, Cloud Piercer is maxed, Thunder Burst is maxed. Pipe has all... No, actually Pipe has all its upgrades, I think. I think that's the next one. I thought it was 9 for some reason. Gotten all the events with Sean. And the only thing I'm missing in here is... last couple things. Yeah, the last couple things at the bottom here. Alright. Yeah, half a level up. Shadowhunter X is Kawafu's online name. Learn to take out anything that moves. Yep. So, I think I'm missing. Missing something, which is to say, probably just cash. I'm not overly worried about it. Not like overly worried about it or anything. Plants. Got the thing in there. That was the MeTuber, the sellable, which I don't need because I'm out of things to spend cash on. That's what I'm missing, whatever is over here. Okay. Fine. Take the long way. I've managed to get up there. I see the one thing I'm missing. That is the last hidden collectible besides a couple journal logs, I believe. So let's go grab that. Guess where that's at. Do I have to do the thing I'm thinking I have to do? That may be entirely possible. I think I remember just kind of like using that. Yep, okay, I think I remember how to get in there. I figured it out like instantly last time because I was like, oh, I wonder if this will work, and then it just did. So, yeah, we need to reset. Here. That's all I needed. Come on, over here, buddy. Hi, come on, come on. You know, you... There we go. Okay. Now I feel better about just doing go mode. Alright. Wow. Rude? I kind of need that XP though. I don't care about the money anymore. That XP is my last level up requirement. That's all the quests for everybody done. Found all of the collectibles. I have talked to Sean about everything. I've given him all the gifts. I've done all the side quests. We have officially done all 900 pine cones. I'll have a level up before this is over. Alright. It is officially time to enter go mode. Which there are actually 2 side quests we still need to finish, but we'll get there. We can't do those until we're in go mode. My lord, you are not far from the last Sol Aigong. She is the final hurdle in your way of obtaining all Sol seals. This last encounter is filled with the unknown variables. This encounter is filled with unknown variables, so make sure that you are fully prepared. I also suggest tying up any unfinished business to minimize any risk later down the road. This is the game telling you, hello, this is the point of no return. If you continue, you will have to go back and do other things later that you cannot do after you set this off. Once you go down these stairs, you're pretty much locked into what's happening for the rest of the game. Just checking. There's a couple. This area has like a handful of like one-way doors. That's something to keep in mind. I also need to be mindful of hackables. Origin era, year 450, winter 120. I have never seen a catastrophe like this. Yunhu will spread through Pangli. No Solarian will be spared, including myself. However, during the chaotic time, the Tiandok Council will be able to maneuver itself to the top. This will help us secure an unprecedented amount of support and resources. Our new Kunlun Research Center will bring back all Fengshi technologies. I must live up to everyone's hopes and find that cure. That is our current mission. World will know that science is our only hope. Some interesting notes. on the display screen here. Just think about. Origin era, year 452. Well, I was speaking in the Jia Kingdom, a severely injured young boy was put in the front of me. He suffered serious injuries from an explosion. I did not expect him to survive to the next day. Miraculously, it seemed like the primordial roots was helping him regenerate the damaged organs and tissue. Using my rhizomatic stabilizer, the young man not only made a full recovery, his body also exhibited unprecedented symbiosis between Solarian cells and genetic material from the primordial roots. Data may lead us to even more breakthroughs. I've been blessed by the heavens. Have I been blessed? Dude's trapped in the pink tube. Here. Here we go. So if you're wondering why I said that all these characters are cats, yeah, I have definitive proof of that fact. Origin era, year 457. Summary 8-1. I have been going through solution after solution only to find that I'm dead wrong every single time. We isolated the Tianhu gene from an embryo. The result did not resemble a Solarian in appearance or intelligence. Say nothing of its incredibly short lifespan. In fact, we might not even be able to create a cure in time. It was in this fraught situation that Yi came up with the Eternal Cauldron project. Risky, but it might be our last big gamble. Therefore, I have decided to move all of our available resources towards the Eternal Cauldron project. Research on the cure is by no means terminated, just postponed. So, yeah. When you take the magic Tau gene out of the cat, they become a cat. Doesn't really tell me there's any collectibles in here. Believe that the secret plot twist was that we were the cats all along. Actually, I should leave those intact and not break them. They are in fact useful. I should be breaking these though. Don't want to deal with them later. Also, hey, level up. Good. There's G. Origin era 468. Fantastic. I found a new ray of hope on the eve of the launch. My research was totally misguided. We need not rely on primordial roots to eternal life for Solarians. With our data from G's cells, we will not only develop a serum for Tianhu, we'll be able to achieve true immortality. I believe that we can overcome any and all challenges we face. A Solarian that can live thousands of years without any genetic modification. The source of G's vitality differs vastly from Konghui or Yi. But this information needs to be concealed, especially from Yi. Can't afford any more missteps at this juncture. What tell the lad? Foundation Era, Year 2. Despite not meeting expectations, we've already have a prototype for the cure. The next step will to test the cure on the test subject. After several rounds of observation, adjustment, and additional testing, we should be able to perfect the serum. Solarian clinical tests take a massive amount of time to conclude. Luckily, the Eternal Cauldron project has brought us that precious time. In the end, the credit still goes to Yi. Where did it all go wrong? As your mentor, I thought you'd understand. I continue to hate the bappy bugs. They are the worst. More goop. Love me some goop. Foundation Era, Year 37. It's still unclear if one can be completely cured with the Tianhu. There's no doubt regarding the effectiveness of the serum. Based on reports, Tianhu growth seems to have been suppressed in Dust Guardians who have received the serum. However, it's worth noting that in very small percentages, the test subjects experience secondary mutations. These mutations have led to the affected Solarians taking on a new form. What follows is a loss of sanity and increase in violent behavior. This is a completely new development that will require further observation. I wonder if, like, a mutation that turns your face into a giant eyeball might, just thinking, have, you know, considerable effects on one's behavior and brain. Just me. That's all I'm thinking. Here, that's what I thought. Weird maintenance vents always kind of remind me of like those two parts in Metroid Fusion. Alright. Messages, huh? Anything informative? So this is where you were hiding. You weren't easy to find. Really didn't expect to see you again, Yi. I'm sure you didn't enter my soulscape just to say hello. No, I am here to patch up my regrets. Have you forgotten already? We were separated in such a hurry, I didn't have time to properly say goodbye to my old mentor. What a sentimental disciple you are. It's been 509 years since we last parted, hasn't it? Back then, if I was able to convince you, things might not have developed this way. Spare me the empty speculation. If we could go back in time, I would simply behead you with my sword. I watched you murder the Sauls one after the other. I don't even recognize you anymore behind your bloodlust. You're my favorite student, so curious about the world, eager to learn science. Don't you remember? Came up with the Eternal Cauldron and brought hope to all Solarians. Hope should not have been based on lies. People have a right to truth, and that's what you taught me. You were the one who betrayed everything you believed in. Wrong. As a scientist, I knew from the very beginning that it was important to solve problems in a practical manner. Truth and lies mean nothing compared to a Solarian's life. Forgive me for asking, but do you think Tianhu will just disappear once you have taken all the Sol Seals? Or do you plan on waking everyone up just to die together back in Penglai? I believe there are more important things than survival. Like what? What could be more important than staying alive? Without life, we need to return to nothingness. I have indeed made mistakes in the past, and that is why I spent the last few centuries trying to make amends. Right now, I'm the only one who can make things right. No matter how much you hate me, this is an indisputable fact. You are not in a position to say any of that. That strike a nerve. Only because deep down you know I'm right. Yi, are you doing this on behalf of all Solarians, or is it a personal vendetta? Look like you know me. Deny it all you like, but Dementor has ways of handling it hand over a student. I don't think there's any meaning in continuing this idle chatter. I agree. Draw your sword. I won't lose to you this time. I admire your confidence, but don't forget, this is my soulscape. Do you recall the first key point from Fangxi Art of War? Warfare is based on deception. Correct. You've always been an excellent pupil. I seized control of your nerve centers the moment you entered the realm. Even I didn't think you'd pull such a dirty trick. In fact, I was just thinking of how I would obtain the permissions to usher in the new era. The heavens must have sent you to assist me, and for that, you have my gratitude. I planned this from the start. Mutants, no way. There were many accidents along the way, but I finally understood the purpose of it all. Everything, including your betrayal, ended up working to me in the favor. Please, sleep peacefully, my child. This nightmare is about to end. Seems like things haven't quite worked out. Yi.
Kin?
Hey, is that you? I've been thinking a lot lately. What do you mean? Why are you here? I'm sorry, but I can't leave with you. Wait, did you say? Oh, one little thing worth mentioning. I'm not overly familiar with a lot of the actual mythology and some of this, but yeah, Heng is I guess considered a slightly more disrespectful translation, or I guess like wordage. You notice he says CH. It starts with a C in her name when he speaks, and that's because Chong-e is the original mythology name for Heng. Chong-e, who is renamed because it's disrespectful to use the same letter as the Emperor in your in a name. So it was later changed to Chong'e. I'm butchering the pronunciation on that in various ways. I'm trying to remember the exact way to pronounce that, and I'm stream braining very hard. You know, little tidbits. What did you say?
伴流场，
Not going with you. I want to stay. What happened? What's making you say such a stupid thing? I'm serious. You'll die if you stay here. Don't you know that? I know, but I can't imagine my life ending anywhere other than in Penglai. New Kunlun, we'll find a way to end this virus. You don't have to fear the Tianhu.
因左瓦距离，
But ultimately, we're all mortal. I hope to complete my journey within the Great Tao.
喂，
Here you go again, with that gibberish. Do you not want to live anymore? Of course I want to live. How could I not want to spend the rest of my days with you? But, Yi, I don't want to run away. Life and death are part of an inseparable whole. We must live well, and be willing to accept death's embrace when it inevitably comes. Back then, the primordial roots extends your life. Aunt Thebemi was my mentor. Why do you think I worked so hard to study science for all these years? I thought you of all people would understand. Why would you betray me like this? I've always saved the best of everything for you. You know, you just assumed that what I wanted. Never bothered to ask me. Keep saying it's all for me, but what you really, it's always been about you want. Everything I've done up till now is just my own wishful thinking. I get it now. Is that what's been going through your head? I should have known. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. I think you made your point loud and clear. Let me do the same. I will come back and visit one last time before takeoff. If, after giving it some thought, you decide still not to come, then you're gone to me and I've never had a little sister.
文菜又来了。
What? You say that, something like that. You're all I have left. I'd rather forget about you than approve of you rotting and the rest of the lunatics on
我
Penglai.
走，
Why? Doesn't matter. You're not at fault. I'm not at fault.
Say, 阮都无幸。
None of us were at fault. Just made different choices.
我走因西咧，
You never came back. Why?
我嚟救阮。
You leave me behind. I didn't.
手无洗，阮都
Curtain
无
falls.
幸。
None of us are really at fault. Pause. Shining all species, never to be extinguished. Enough bygone glory to fuel everything. We're survivors. Feverish flames have failed to forge hope, inflicting blistering pain with each stirring embrace. We are martyrs. In vain, painting our colors across the sky, over and over again, probing and feeling. Night descends and our light is already faded. Right and wrong fade away in the twilight. Sky is getting dark. No one's at fault, but we are only solids. We made different choices.
比顺，
You are here, Yi.
我們得幾位？
Excited for dinner tonight. Yi, you're finally awake. Is it you, Sean? Can you hear me? Where have you been? You've been attacked. Four Seasons Pavilion. How? Are you in danger? Like monsters suddenly came in and, wait, I think they're back. Find a place to hide quickly. Sean? Sean, are you there? Answer me. Things appear to have gone quite wrong. Foundation era, forget it, doesn't matter. I've looked over all the past research data. Perhaps there's something we didn't account for. Why are we even researching immortality in the first place? Corrupted. Not helpful. 3,044. 444. No. There has to be an explanation. I'll find the answer. Scientific questions always yield answers. It's something crucial. There are Solarians in the Soulscapes just waiting for me to save them. All of my sacrifices will eventually pay off. Things seem to be going well. That's right, I've been a fool. The mutations are the key. I think I wasted all this time. The existence of the mutations gives us a whole new paradigm to view life in in our universe. That's not fair. 4,106. Finally understand. The Unwho was never supposed to be a disaster. A trial and a gift from the universe to all. Mutations will allow Solarians to unlock the next stage of our evolution. Famously, wanting to evolve. Goes in great directions. This is my destiny to lead all Solarians towards their immortal futures. How incredibly profound. Getting lost in the sauce there a bit, huh? Remember which... Yeah. Door it is. Here it is. Oh, wait, Nope. Okay, that's, locked off. Okay, alright. Hello. What are you doing here? Welcome to the auto-scrolling. Love the bullets coming in from off-screen that I can't see. Love me some contact damage, that's a pain in the ass to avoid. My favorite. Yeah, we don't get a HUD, so we can't even see, like, where our stats are at or anything. Come on, keep getting fed into the blender. There we go. Well, at least if we die, we don't have to go back through there again. All that. In fact, you don't have to do this. Let's check that. Right here. Okay. Not the worst place to checkpoint. You are the biggest problem. So I would like to avoid you. There we go. No. That was the cat tubes. The cats have been freed from their prison. Right. Log 1. Origin area 434. Ring 35. Under both pressure and expectations of the Council, I fully devoted myself to the Immortality Project. If I fail to yield positive results once more, the Fang Clan might pull their funding. This has been a personal dream of mine, so I cannot fail in this last-ditch effort. I'll start by researching the cells of the primordial roots Fusang for any clues. Origin era, year 444. After 10 years of unrelenting research, we have finally made a critical breakthrough in the synthesis between Solarian cells and the roots regeneration cells. This is our first step towards immortality and a victory for science. This research may have been about turning point to encourage people to embrace science and technology. It may be our greatest accomplishment since Lear passed away. Origin era 446. All test subjects have developed symptoms of rejection and were dying one after the other. cause is hitherto unknown virus that was accidentally synthesized during the gene editing process. It has been codenamed Tianhu. The virus is contagious, and we have neither isolated nor found its transmission vectors. Once infected pass away, flowers blossom in their corpses, allowing the virus to propagate itself. So yeah, Igong, in attempting to create immortality, made the Tianhu virus, which makes a lot of what, like, Feng and some other characters have said a little weird, because it turns out, no, the Tianhu is not a naturally occurring virus. It was man-made. Or cat-made, I suppose. So all that return to nature stuff feels a little empty when, you know, no, this isn't supposed to be happening. Go. So yeah, all of this is Igong's fault. Also of note, we cannot teleport back right now. We gotta take the long way. Alright, so we have 2 side quests, and then go to the pavilion, and then go to final boss. This door was previously closed and we could not get in here. Alright, there we go. Heal. Hi, it's the Shanghai. What are you doing here? Be careful. That's one of the Sol Igong's experimental pods. I wouldn't mess with that if I were you. GN coordinates inside. Person looking for a Dusk Guardian. Don't be impulsive. Igong used them for experiments. She might. Doesn't matter. GN is GN. Alive or dead. You, friend. Don't stop me. Wait. Well, burning counter, it's not much of anything. Right photo. Photo of Shanghai 9000 and its Polarian friend. It's carefully hidden by a Dusk Guardian in their uniform. And they're both gone now. Alright, now we gotta go find our way back upstairs. Really hate all of the contact damage enemies. It's kind of the worst. Anyway, you can hear all that stomping? I'm sure that's a problem. And the last thing. Hey, it's our buddy Chio. He seems to be in a bit of a bad spot. Ooh. Dear Yi, it seems I have overestimated my abilities. You couldn't stop Jun Tian. It's alright. You're a scholar, after all. Oh, don't you mean your injuries? Is there any way to repair them? This time, even with all the Jin in New Kunlun, it would not accomplish. It would accomplish nothing. Oh, in the end, I shall be one to shutter mine eye first. Dreams disappear into the clouds. Everything returns to naught. Like you deal with Xintian. Shameful to have to trouble you up to the very end. It's nothing. Just lay down and be at peace. I shall perish with dignity, not endure in silence. There goes our buddy Chio. Also having a tragic destruction. Anyway, mini boss fight. Yeah, he seems to have grown a second face inside of his torso. I should make a change here. Yes. Do not let you do that. I somehow got turned around, and I don't know how. There we go. Okay, that was a lot less trouble than the first time I did that. There we go. Anyway, we've exploded him into giblets, so that should be lethal. And thus, the Battle Lord brothers are defeated. There is no more of them. Have honored Chio's final request. I believe it is time to get out of here. While you were studying the Porky Heroes, I was studying the Blade. I can tie the joke together eventually. So yeah, you might notice that there's some problems now. Everywhere is locked off by pink goop now. You may only go to the pavilion. There is but one direction to follow. I think that this place is having some worse problems than Sean broke a couple tiles. Abacus is a bit of a bad shape here. Alright, those were home back. What happened? Where's Sean? Yee, you're back. People came in and broke Abacus. Igong brought her guards here and wreaked havoc. Sorry, there was nothing I could do. It's all my fault, my lord. Our alarms were disabled due to an exploit in the firewall. It's fine, as long as everyone's safe. Immediately, Lord led Kuohu and Shan to the secret panic room. Fortunately, the Igong didn't stay for long. However, Igong took the soul seal and your vitals sank them. I tried to stop her, but she succeeded in the end. I deserved the most severe punishment. I was also stripped of all my permissions. So, now she alone holds the power of all 10 soul seals. Why would she go through all this trouble? She must be after the council code. It can't be, I can be pretty certain that she won't like what she has in mind. I can be pretty certain we won't like what she has in mind. I just didn't think she would also be the one behind the mutants. What, you mean, does she want to destroy New Kunlun? Based on what I know, that's definitely within the realm of possibility. But why would she? Perform situational analysis and calculate probable cause. Warning, analytical system failure. Core processor damage extent 97%. Not just your language processor module, your entire core has... Yes. Apologies. Not be of much help anymore. May be able to shut down permanently. Shut down? What's wrong with Abacus? Can you fix him? Uncle Chubby, we're not gonna let Abacus die, right? Core damage is irreparable. No one will be able to fix it. No. My fault? Absolutely not, Shan. My shutdown isn't related to actions of anyone. Winds of fortune blow every which way. No one escapes calamity. Not even if they happen to be the world's most powerful computer. You know, I feared that I would never see you again, my lord. However, that cherished wish has finally been fulfilled. I've always been so sentimental, Abacus. Thanks for everything. I have stored your preferred tools and defaults in the backup database. They can be transferred seamlessly if you acquire a new assistant. Good luck, and may you... Process eliminated. It's permanent shutdown in 3, 2, 1. And here he goes. The computer orb has died. I set up so you can only talk to Kuohu here. Yeah, Kuohu was here. Alright, so this is the decision point. If you've done all of the things before you got to the end here, then you get to make a choice here. If you didn't, you just get the bad ending option. As said, we'll be doing the 900 pine cones version, so that's what we're doing. This is the end, isn't it? I feel like we went on a massive wild goose chase. Not the time to mourn. Was that supposed to fill me with hope? Aigong just seized ultimate control of the council. Commanding the guards to annihilate us will be a piece of cake for him. Don't get me started on the mutants. It won't be long until the entirety of New Kunlun's crawling with them. Do you really think there'll be any survivors? Lions aren't the only residents on New Kunlun. What do you mean? You talking about Shanshan? Wait, no, you mean to save the ape men? Not in the mood for jokes right now. Are you really serious? So if you say, now I think about it, Solarians are more of an issue. That is the bad ending. You say, I wouldn't help the ape men survive, that's the... I don't know what the exact requirements are, but presumably, you do all 900 pine cones. I'm making the assumption on this one that it is, you got the nuke from Lear's tomb. That will be on the test. You've given all the gifts to Shanshan. You've resolved Anong's side quest, where you've saved the village twice and the small child. And I think that's about it. I think Chiho and Shenhai are optional. Optional, but encouraged. Yeah, I think you just need to get through all of the like Shanshan interactions and have the nuke are the kind of the two big ones. And well, and Anong, because you need to do that part in order to have access to the docks. So if you didn't do that, you don't have the docks, so you can't do the ending. So yeah, those are your three big requirements. I don't know how much percentile completion requirement is here, but I need the 8 men to survive. Regardless of whether New Kunlun goes dark, we must take them all back to the Pale Blue Planet. We should return the flames of the Eternal Cauldron before everything is extinguished. If Hang were here, that's what she would have done. That would doom the Eternal Cauldron. Do you know how many people sacrificed their lives to this project? That's why there shouldn't be any more sacrifices. Do you think the 8 men are worthy of redemption than we are? More. I believe that they'll have a chance to live better lives. I guess Shanshan has influenced you quite a bit. Same goes for you. I forget it. Can't be bothered to explain myself. Well, this is where we're at. If you want to do some good deeds before it all ends, I won't object. But what happens afterward? This is all empty talk if we don't stop Aigong. If the battle is inevitable, I have something that could tip the balance. Remember that rhizomatic bomb you found last time? I have plans for a new arrow that, if made, could tear apart heaven and earth. That is not an exaggeration. Have you started making it? Yes, the automatic forge is working as fast as it possibly can, but it still needs time. Bad news is, the type of arrow can only be fired once. Once is all I need. Let's split up. I need to prepare for my confrontation with Aigong, and while we wait for that arrow to be completed, the 8-man problem is a bit more pressing. I need you to take Shanshan and to Shenong. After that, activate the docks, and... Can't just decide for me. I'm not going. Shanshan. Don't throw a tantrum. I knew you were listening. Did you hear everything Uncle Chubby and I were saying? And you should know that it's not safe here anymore. Didn't you see how they hurt Abacus? I don't want to go to that blue planet thing. I'm gonna stay with you. I want to go to Penglai together. Don't be silly. That's not a place you should go. At least you'll be there. You have no idea what you're talking about. You don't even know me. Of course I know you. I know you like your food well seasoned and extra spicy. I know that when you sleep, even the neighbors can hear you snoring. I know that you're super knowledgeable about everything. You taught me so much and made me realize how big the world could be. After Mom and Dad left, you were the only one who would love me. I'll have nothing if you're not going to be with me. Sean, there are some things I think you should know. I'm actually not a very good person. Centuries ago, in a desperate attempt to avoid extinction, we Solarians took your people. Kidnapped countless ape men from the pale blue planet to New Kunlun. Robbed you of your freedom, treated you cruelly, and killed you indiscriminately. That's the truth behind the Peach Blossom Village. Worst part is, it was all my idea. I already figured all that out ages ago. I'm not stupid. I saw the killing machines on that day. I left with all. That was when I guessed our village might not be what everyone imagined it to be. Then you should be aware that if it weren't for me, you might have been living a normal life on the pale blue planet. Mom and Dad would still be alive. When I first saw those things, I was really scared, to be honest with you. Tap the button once. What are you doing, controller? But I saw through it all. And most importantly, I know current Yi would never hurt me. As dangerous as it might get, I'm not scared when I'm with you. Please let me stay. Don't be silly. Since when did you start being so difficult? How's this? I promised to pick you up from the pale blue planet as soon as things settle down here. Really? How have I ever lied to you? Please, go take refuge with Shenong and the others. Better get moving in case something happens to the docks later. I'm leaving it in your hands. Explain the situation to Shenong and guide the apemen to the transport ships. I'll prepare for my flight and wait for the arrow to finish before meeting up with you all. Rhizomatic Arrow. Arrow crafted by Kuafu. Inspired by the Rhizomatic Bomb, it carries a similar destructive energy. This arrow should be used as a last resort in your battle against Aigong. It can only be fired once. So you might notice it's not an option to actually use. We're allowed to use the workbench and... technically, Chio leaves his backpack here if you haven't bought all his stuff. Which you technically have to do to finish the side quest though, so... yeah. Mako's finger that you could just rebuy it, you know, just for like the infinity money, yeah.
Sir.
No. The nuke is a one-time item. Let's be honest, brother. With that incredibly smart brain of yours, how could you have overlooked the fact that none of these ships can move unless there's a Solarian at the helm? Are you expecting these 8 men to fly themselves to the pale blue planet? You're the best pilot I know. I knew it, you sly dog. Okay, look, I'll send Sean and the rest of the villagers back to the pale blue planet. However, that is my own decision and has nothing to do with you. Do not thank me. I don't want Sean to have a real home. I also bear some responsibility for causing this mess. As for you, go get your affairs in order, even if it's just the 2 of us left. Go back to Penglai together, you got that? It's a promise.
Hey.
Take it easy, you furballs aren't going anywhere before my people are on board. Especially you, Chubby. With you around, the villagers act like a bunch of obedient children. Saves me a whole lot of bother. Here I am, still relying on you gods to lend me a hand. Right up to the end. Feels gross. Isn't that right, Sean? Oh, Sean, what's wrong? You want to say something to Yi? No. Come on. We're on a tight schedule here, kid. Oh, I don't want to go. Let's stay with you, Yi. Sean, come here. I have something for you. Hey, is this your mystic nymph? Yes, it's very important to me, so I want to ask you for a favor. Can you hold on to it for me for a little bit? Really? Okay, I understand. I'll take good care of it and return it to you later. Why are you pouting and crinkling your eyebrows, if you understand? How about all this? As a reward, I'll take you to see the ocean when we're both on the pale blue planet. Really? Sure. Pinky promise? Pinky promise. It's almost time. Let's get ready to depart. Take care, brother. You all take care, too. Speaking of Metroid Fusion. Extremely Metroid Fusion space dock right now. What are you doing, dear brother? Whenever I get some free time, I always find myself writing to you, just like before. I would be lying if I said I had no regrets over deciding to stay. Whenever I think about dying alone in a world without you, I start to feel so lonely. I know you're probably too far away for these messages to catch up. It'll probably take hundreds of years for you to receive the first one. I know you'll never get to receive your replies. I'll receive your replies. But that doesn't matter. From my memories, I can piece together fragments of you. Great. Glance. Your every glance, your every word. Thing. I'm sure your plans have worked, and you're no doubt celebrating the fruits of your success. Or perhaps you've embarked on an entirely new journey? No. I'm going to pick you up, I swear. Didn't know I'd wake up centuries later. If it wasn't for... You have a new family, will you still remember me? Of course. How would I ever forget about you? I miss the days we spent together. Sorry, I miss you so much. I really miss you. Sorry. It's supposed to be my last message to you. Just a bunch of trivial questions. Yeah, I want you to know my time has come. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'll just be stepping ahead of you and return to heaven and earth. I know. Let's make a promise that on that day, when we meet again, you'll take the time to tell me your story. I promise, Hank. I promise. It's a promise. Take care, my dear brother. Until destiny reunites us. Goodbye, Hank. You have no more unread messages from Peng Lei. And last character bio. Oh, I know what one I'm missing. I'm suddenly like, why am I missing one? No, I know exactly which one I'm missing. I assume these are all backer photos. Or drawings, you know. I should change my jades out real quick. Don't need that anymore. Stasis jade. Probably. Don't need that. You want that. This is fine as a setup. Stasis jade is probably not doing me any legwork here. I'll go for reciprocation, I think. Backer apes. Alright. Let's end the video game. By that I mean probably getting my ass kicked. Welcome to the cool 3D light bridge. Making sure. It does not matter. And yeah, I noticed. Yeah, system has not been unlocked. We do not have the nymph anymore. Program unlocked, primordial controls. System encrypted. Operation failed. Also proceeding 9. Lee, you have the floor. Thank you. I think my fellow souls will agree it's time to face the music. We can bicker all we want, but the truth is that the Tianhu cannot be cured in the short term. Therefore, I'd like to propose a bold new plan. Gong might think you're clever, but since when did they let Rookie give orders around here? Not spoil the fun, Golmong. The kid's pretty charming. Let's see what he has to say. If anyone wants to raise objections, please hold until the end. Plan is called the Eternal Cauldron Project. Eternal. Interesting. Have you been keeping the elixir of life from me all this time? No, you misunderstand me. It's not bodily immortality, it's spiritual immortality. To put it simply, the plan is to place all Solarians in a virtual sleep. Virtual reality. Their bodies are put into cryosleep until we find a cure. The scientists in Jie have already experimented on this. They were not very successful. This time it's different. This time we have Lady Ethereal's Vital Sanctum and Soulscape system. Our tests have proven that we can fix all the shortcomings of older hibernation devices, combined with the creation of virtual worlds. And all Solarians will be able to enjoy centuries of blissful dreams. Lady Ethereal, does it really work? Yes. Upon waking up, all test subjects were very satisfied with the dreams they experienced. There are a few who had trouble, but those are minor issues. I'll patch those out. The only issue is generating soulscapes for tens of thousands of people requires an unprecedented amount of computing power. We wouldn't be able to meet capacity even if we linked up every single abacus on Pengwan. I believe our esteemed Golmong has an answer to that. Why are you asking me for the answer? If this is how your half-assed plan is, count me out, Rookie. Your research into Jiangxi soldiers, didn't you? Posit the possibility of biological calculators. So that's what you're talking about. Connecting biological brains to a series can indeed form an immense biological computer. However, the theoretical model requires brains of organisms of higher intelligence. And from where do we source those? Don't tell me you're going to use Solarian brains. No, of course not. I mean, you can't use anything polluted by the Tianhu. I mean, that would be unethical. You all remember the Haoshin Sphere, right? The Deep Space Telescope has been running for centuries and it's collected massive amounts of information. Did it actually find a planet with intelligent creatures? Exactly. Temporarily named it the Pale Blue Planet, based on its appearance. Reports show that the primitive humanoid creatures with large and active brains reside on the Pale Blue Planet. Show me the report. I want to see it. You can't just make up a huge discovery on that. I've read the report, so no need to doubt its veracity. They're still living beings. Wouldn't that be too cool? That pity is unwarranted. If left alone, the primitive species tend to wipe themselves out anyways. Better for us to cultivate them for our own purposes. Are we opening a whole new hunting ground? The GA clan is itching to get our muscles moving. You are thinking too far ahead. The Pale Blue Planet is 500 light years away from us. So this meeting was a complete waste of time. Fan Clan didn't spend our money to listen to your fantasies. 500 light years. We don't even know if we'll be able to make it through the next decade. Even if we manage to gather enough food, how are we supposed to gather a vessel and energy to get out of here? We already have a vessel, and what's more, we're sitting in it right now. Final phase of the Eternal Cauldron project, Kunlun Island, will be launched into the heavens. The entire island, and with everyone on it, will warp the Pale Blue Planet. You're insane. No, he's totally serious. I've done the calculations. There's enough energy stored in the primordial roots to make the trip. It'll only take a few years to build up the necessary rhizomatic energy columns and engines. As long as we have the primordial roots, when we reach our destination, energy replenishment shouldn't be a problem, but what? Speak up, fatty. Easy. What Kuafu wants to say is, once we make this trip, we will not be able to return for at least another 500 years. Might be unethical. Just a perfect Genitro a couple times and blown up repeatedly by Ishin. Yeah, it's fine. We'll have a normal.
Say.
Calm down, Yi. Why don't you hear me out? It was you. You're the perpetrator. Where are the others? So, the other souls have their own matters to attend to. And we have asked me to speak on their behalf. I see. From the very beginning, I was the only one kept in the dark. Kuafu and Lady Ethereal knew. They reached the same conclusions as I. We must accept our current predicament. Conclusion my ass. You and this cursed Tiandao Council. You murdered everyone. Murdered my parents. Because of you, now Heng will die too. Yeah, he already found that information previously. Husang is breaking free from its seal. We're about to lose all control of the Primordial Roots network. After arriving near the Pale Blue Planet, the Primordial Roots were coaxed into building a massive web under New Quinlan to partially cover the nearby star, allowing the roots to absorb its light and provide never-ending power for the Eternal Cauldron project. So yeah, we just kind of dropped the magic tree onto the sun, and it's eating the sun. And thus, Earth has been turned into an ice ball. Alright, so our jades are in order, skills are maxed. Little Dyson Sphere, something like that, yeah. Alright, so the big difference here, and I will point out later, but if you do the other ending, the bad ending, the root decryption progress is 20%. when you get here. It is currently 80%. I appreciate the battlefield being a big circular room. You're up early. I thought you would sleep much longer. I realize this really isn't a time for a nap. Shame. Why return to this pitiful place when you can welcome the whole new world in your dreams? Whole new world. I don't care what it is you're trying to do. You better stop right now.
What's all?
Why? We're about to witness the liberation of Fusang. This is our destiny. We will soon devour the fruit that fate has provided for us. We have waited too long for this moment. Gone insane. Insane, I have found the truth and unlocked immortality. How can you not fathom the significance of this achievement? You're right, I can't, and I don't understand why you would make the same mistake over and over again. Transforming Solarians into these mutants can't be the answer. Prophets have always been a lonely path. Never mind that you'll thank me in time. You and everyone else. Yeah, that is definitely a bot. Yeah, I am going to invoke that as a bot. I'm getting ban evasion notices on that one. So, probably for the best on that one. Alright, since the dawn of our race. And speaking of suspicious things, also this fucking track rules. Solarians were but stupid beasts before the winds of fate, simply pursuing our own tails. How many of you actually have tails? You should celebrate, because we're about to break out of the cycle and enter the realm of the immortal. You think this will free us? I'm not going to let you have your way. How extremely cool of you. I hoped that by trapping you in your dreams, I could avoid this confrontation. No mentor can bear to end the lives of any of their students' lives. Don't make me do it twice. Also, we're paying attention to the roots. Anyway, this fight will absolutely kick your ass. I practiced a little bit, so this wasn't going to be a 4-hour stream. Anyway, you can see why the Hedgehog Fade is paying off here. Do chip damage on perfect block is kind of huge here. With a Mortal Blade, and then you want to get near the spring-loaded flame vent, living flame blade. Yeah, that is a very useful ability. Yep. Anyway, you're seeing the power of full control right now. we go. Alright. Yeah, never doubt the power of sugar in Sekiro. It is extremely useful stuff. I got greedy. Oh, okay. Don't dodge. Enter. That move, the first time you have to deal with that, sucks. You do not expect getting uppercutted into fucking oblivion. That's why you can see me dodge in midair. Even when she does the other aerial attacks. The range on that is kind of cheap. That is the one move in this fight I will complain about. I think everything else about this fight is great. Although you do die a little fast in the first part because you... Boy howdy, do you just not have time to learn the initial combat sequence here. There we go. Okay, so, if you do this initially, that is where the fight ends. If you do the bad ending, this is where the fight is over. Ah, back. Use that. Also, this is Yi's theme, by the way. This is his boss theme. Dude, keep facing the wrong direction. Nope. Double jump is your friend. Second you learn that double jump is your friend in this fight, completely changes everything. Fuck you. Oh, that felt good! I keep saying I'm gonna get my ass kicked on these fucking Ishin ass boss fights, and I do them perfectly the first time. Oh. First try on the hardest fight in the game. I'll take it. But yeah, no, this fight fucking rules. It took me like, I think like 3 or 4 hours to do this fight properly, like to actually beat it. Like this fight. It took me like 2 hours to do the initial one, and then another 2 to get through the fucking third phase. It was bad. It was real bad, and I came out and I'm like, oh, but that felt real good. This feels real good. This is a Sekiro final boss fight, like everything here. Yeah, no, Hedgehog pulls his weight. Non-trivially. There's a reason I picked that. And reciprocation for any time I beef it and then have to do the charge on the waves. That adds up as well. Like, it's... yeah. You can double down on the defense and it pays off extremely in this fight. So, yeah, you can see why I'm extremely into this game. Yeah, no, Ishin is all about landing the lightning blows. Those are always the best time. Especially once you learn oh, you can just block it and then push the button immediately, the attack button immediately after. Or you can just cheat and use Sakura Dance. That's fine too. If you've earned that. As your mentor, I have to admit, you've improved a lot. You moved with grace and showed no trace of fear. Are you not scared, Yi, knowing that everything might turn to dust? I am scared. But I've also learned to accept failure. Didn't learn that from me. It's almost time. Speaking of, the Genichiro. Content warning on Genichiro. Thank you for joining me as we bring an end to this era. Seems not even you can stop the inexorable wheel of history. No, stop. Solarians will last forever and ever, a shining beacon of the universe. She turned herself into goop and has infected the roots that make up all of New Kunlun at this point. Yeah, again, Phase 3 is only scary the initial time that you encounter it. It has, like, the least health and posture of the whole fight. But also, like, the second you realize how lightning works... Oh, no, please keep doing the lightning. That's the easiest thing you have to dodge. Party's still going. Yeah, there's your trade-off on that one. Where are you guys at? About 300,000 li away from New Kunlun. Is everything okay there? Good. Then you should be out of range. What do you mean? What are you doing? Aigong infected the primordial roots before she died. Now I have to destroy it. What, you're going to detonate the rhizomatic bomb? But that will destroy the entire island, I know. But this is the only way I can put an end to this disaster. Perhaps this finally allow New Kunlun to allow everything to return to nature. But what about you? I'm sorry. You'll have to take care of everything else. I've been a terrible friend. Just making messes for you to clean up. Yi, that's not true, brother. Don't worry about it. Is Shanshan nearby? I'd like to speak to him. Yi? Shanshan, you need to listen carefully. I am afraid I won't be able to pick you up. You lied to me? Promise me you'll eat well and live well on the pale blue planet, even when you're on your own. You lied to me. Also, remember to teach yourself swimming. I'm sure you'll be swimming in the sea in no time, even without me there to help. You're the smartest kid I've ever seen. No, I can't do anything without you, Yi. Why are you doing this? Why would you lie to me? You're gonna throw me away, then why did you save me? You were the one that saved me. You helped me understand so much that I didn't before. I feel very fortunate to have spent all this time with you. Thank you, Shanshan. In the end, you were the one who woke me up. You were even able to bring me some hope for this world. Don't say that. I don't want you to go. You can't go. Don't cry. Somebody once told me this. Life and death are one. When the end comes, we'll just reach the heavens and earth. Why am I being left behind again? It's not fair. What am I supposed to do when I miss you? Don't worry. Whether you're under the sun's warm embrace or floating upon the boundless ocean, I'll be there as part for you, as part of you for all eternity. Okay, I better get going. Take care. You don't. Yeah. You're gonna do a big eyeball, son. So it goes. So, yeah. 9 souls. Based on Yi and the Nine Sons, where an archer is tasked by effectively either the Emperor or God, either one, effectively, and told that there are 10 suns in the sky and they're all being goddamn problems. So you should just shoot all of them. Just get them out of the fucking sky because they're a pain in the ass. And you're like, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And he kills 9 of them, and somebody stops him from killing the 10th because they're like, we do need light to survive. So let's not do that. So he shoots the sun. And thus there is one sun left. Or fall, if you will. This is really the first song on the soundtrack, by the way. So yeah, I didn't actually realize why it was called 9 Souls, despite the fact there are 10 Souls in the story. It's called that because there's, well, yeah, he shoots down 9 suns. The other ending for this game, if you do the bad ending, is basically Yi just goes back to Singlai. He brings Shan and some of the humans back and just decides to continue the Eternal Cauldron back home and continues to harvest human brains to make the supercomputers work. Important to jump scare your audience with one vocal track. This game's got a good handful of vocal tracks. Ah, we have the most ethical of endings. This is your, like, jump scariest part of this track. But yeah, no, I picked this up for my birthday this year, but like, I played it because I wanted something to do in between all of the JRPG I've been playing lately. So I wanted something to do on hand, and then I ended up with like, more construction bullshit in my life, and had to twiddle my thumbs for like 2 weeks. And I couldn't really commit time to certain things, so I ended up just playing this on the downtime, thinking, yeah, it'll be something to do on the side, and it turned into, like, just completely just sinking claws directly into my brain. Like, it just hits all of the right notes, and I was just like, I want to play more of this. I need an excuse to play more of this. And then it was like, yeah, okay, I'm streaming this. This has to be I have to stream this. This is like the exact kind of thing I like to stream. Weird, really good indie game that is just really good. I don't need better words for it. It's just really good. Although of things that are less good, I get mythology, but not great about the wedding vow here between the twins. Anyway. As is with mythology, I suppose, but still. We kind of skip past implications at that point. If you thought maybe not, no, it's just here, it just basically says it, yeah. Anyway, and then they have like one of the best vocal tracks. And so is... Oh no, this is the... Yep, we can't even skip the... Yep. Here's your... Here's your Kickstarter backers. Congratulations, we can't even skip it or speed this up. We're just stuck with this. Yeah, no, I completely bottomed out and was like, I needed to play more of this, so I just immediately just choked it up on the stream order here. I was just like, I was gonna do something else for a little bit, and then I was like, no, I need to play more of this. I have to. This is mandatory. So good. I am also having the same feeling about Clair Obscur as well. That I am getting that itch again. It's been like 2 weeks and I'm already, or like a week and a half, and I'm already having an itch to play more Clair Obscur because that game was just perfection. I mean, I have a few nitpicks about it, but I mean overall, as a video game, some of that game is high art. I'm sorry, but if you don't find Eskia and Monoko to be peak fiction, I don't know what to tell you. I think you just need to go look up the definition of fun again. It's... I genuinely really want to do Clair Obscur, but I do want to. I'm gonna do something as a buffer between all of the hard video game I'm doing on stream, because Clair Obscur is also a game that is hard and will kick my ass extremely hard, especially because I want to do New Game Plus. I think that's gonna be the right call. go for New Game Plus because I'll have all the funny shenanigans, and I'm actually kind of really curious to see what New Game Plus has to offer. So I think I'm gonna roll with that. I missed the two missable collectibles in the game I missed. Which is why I didn't 100% the game. So this will be like Persona 5 stream where I'm getting my redemption by getting the last achievement I'm missing. But for the moment, I do have I have a different stream that I want to do on the in-between first before we scratch the itch of more parrying video game. Can you believe it? I like the video game where you parry a lot. Ugh. Hey, the nymph. Oh, I somehow only just noticed the human characters also have 4 fingers. Oh, yeah, you can kind of, if you can get it correct, you can kind of put Ishin in a short loop. You can also maintain, if you're lucky enough to kind of finagle something like that, you can get him to do that through the through his face change, and that will actually delay him pulling the spear out of the ground. There's a couple shenanigans that can happen in that fight that are just kind of weird and inconsistent. My tip, if you are planning on doing the super boss version, for the spear pull, I just give him the flame vent. That's fair. If you're planning on doing the super boss version for him, I'm gonna give my my secret tip for that fight. Because yeah, after you beat the game, you get the gauntlet unlock. If you do the gauntlet version of Ishin, my big tip is firecrackers are your friends. He has the big spin move where he does like that the unblockable spin move that you have to like jump over or perfect counter every time. You have to do like a frame perfect parry on that every time where you just eat shit. He has the super version has a double-sized attack of that. If you see him charging that move, you can just throw firecrackers at him and it turns that move off and you can just continue the fight as normal. That was basically the thing that turned that fight around for me completely. That's what someone else I know used for a lot for it. Also getting up from the dead. Yeah. Yeah, that can give you a quick breathing moment, yeah. But yeah, that was the big spin move. Just having firecrackers to turn that off is a massive benefit. Right, so we have less than an hour, so I don't feel great starting up something. So we'll save that for Sunday. I want to do like a platformer thing. I picked up 2 of them, so I'm gonna pose the question. Do you want weird platformer or cute platformer? I picked up both. I just have to play them. Yeah, welcome to the 900 Pinecones screen that you've been seeing every time I start up the game. It's normally just kind of a black screen with some roots on it, initially, but when you beat the 900 Pinecones version of the ending, it changes to this. Spoilers. Yeah, I picked up Corn Kids and Cavern of Dreams. Both are like N64 inspired platformer video games. I've had my eye on both of them. I know neither of them are particularly long games, so I thought they might be fun blind streams. Not familiar with either. Alright, well, as said, I have the pose of cute, weird or cute. I occasionally like platformers, but more the 3D variety than the 2D varieties. If my appreciation for why I've streamed 9 Sols and not Hollow Knight is probably standing. Although Hollow Knight is very good, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed that game a lot. But I think this game scratched a very particular sequence of itches in a better way. For me, personally. Which, speaking of, Silksong, Clownwig Honk Honk is coming out September 4th. So, look forward to people making that a national holiday or something. That would be up there with, like, that's up there, it's gotta be up there with, like, Dragon Quest and Stardew Valley, idea of Stardew Valley 2. You beat not Silksong in time for Silksong, yeah. I don't have the money to pick up Silksong at the moment, so I will be a while on that. But I do intend on picking it up at some point. Better than any of the other national holidays going around. Yeah, I know Canada's got Victims of Communism Memorial. Holiday dedicated to their national hero, yeah, a literal Nazi. Fun stuff. Everyone's favorite. America's got its own genocide memorial man that we love to venerate. Don't know any of Britain's off the top of my head. But yeah, no. Anyway, distinctly unpleasant things. Yeah, they have one. It's a memorial for victims of communism. And most of the names on the plaque are noted literal Nazis that fled to Canada. It's a thing to keep in mind about, you know, a very particular holiday for some reason. I don't know, just a thing, you know. Britain's most important holidays are 365 days a year you can celebrate independence for once. Oh, come on. You do also have a good holiday. I mean, you have the death of Margaret Thatcher. I mean, that's gotta be a good holiday for you. The sheer volume of piss generated in one day every year. It it doubles the volume of total accumulated piss in the world in one day. But yeah, additionally, this game knows where its bread is buttered. So yeah, you can just repeat battles whenever you want on the major boss fights. That's always fun. You know, I think I'll end the stream with this, because we don't have enough time to start on another game, but you know. Actually, you know what? If you need another shithead, massively influential evangelical piece of shit has died, holiday. James Dobson died, yesterday. And the world is a better place for it. James Dobson is the founder of Focus on the Family, who is a Christian evangelical group that has basically shaped the entire conservative movement in the US in the last 60 or so years. And he is the founder of that organization. He was also a psychiatrist that started, again, the Focus on the Family, which, you know, he was a psychiatrist that abused his position to claim that you should just beat your children if they cry for any reason. He also basically attempted to, like, murder his dog because it slept in the bathroom one time. In and of amongst other various horror stories, and being really into conversion therapy. If you're looking for some actually, like... oh, he also did the, and it might be less relevant to you as a British person, but to any particular Americans. He did the big interview for Ted Bundy, a prolific serial killer many, many moons ago. How did I do that without taking any damage while talking? How did I walk and chew gum at the same time? I just have to be angry and hate a thing, and then I'm fine just playing a video game and talking about it at the same time. What is wrong with me? But yeah, if you're looking for interesting things on that, if I might recommend a podcast, there is The Worst of All Possible Worlds, which I have apparently realized that I have some kind of very tangential circle to. One of them is apparently a Dream 17 guy, aka the same group Sup and Z-Order from, and that I hang out in occasionally, which surprised me. But yeah, no, that's like 3 like gay theater nerd guys that are just like going nuts on like Christian propaganda. So if you're interested in like people just like peeling apart really shitty evangelical propaganda in a very fun way, I highly recommend The Worst of All Possible Worlds. They have a lot of stuff. They cover the radio drama from like the fucking 60s that Focus on the Family made, because apparently some of them grew up with it. I've not touched enough of the poop, so to speak. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, if that is an interesting topic, I would suggest The Worst of All Possible Worlds as a thing to listen to in the background at some point. They're quite good. They do a lot of other like media stuff that tends to be fun. Although they have a couple things in they put the fucking Dobson alert on the Patreon, which I don't have money for, so I want to listen. I have an emergency podcast on Dobson being dead, which is a thing I want to listen to. But yeah, no, if you're curious about that kind of thing. I would recommend that. That is probably the sanest vector to learn about it from, as far as I can say. Anyway, I think that's enough about me rambling about a good podcast and a very horrible man. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodnight. Catch you guys later, and I will see you guys Sunday for coin flip, Corn Kids, or Cavern of Dreams. I'll figure out whichever it is by the time we get there. Probably whichever one is just less hassle to actually get working with OBS. Yeah, some kind of 3D platformer. And then on Monday we got more Crystal Chronicles, because I unfortunately missed last time due to physical exhaustion. And then once we're done with whatever the platformer is I pick, then probably Clair Obscur, because my brain's gonna push everything else out because I'm feeling the gnawing desire to push the parry button again. It's screaming at me. Whatever the fuck the French word is for parry, it is being screamed in my brain right now at like all hours constantly. So I need to fill that void once again, apparently. So that's the current schedule for the moment. That is if that game handles being streamed. I've gotten enough GPU overhead that I should be able to stream it. Should. Asterisk. We'll see. Gonna try. Anyway, that's enough rambling out of me. So, good night. Catch you guys later, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed some Nine Sols, and I cannot recommend this game enough. It is extremely fun. Way too good. I might even just redo the Igong fight before I like get up, because God, he's so good. It's so good. The main gosh, she screams, parries.